Good morning and welcome to Cafe Diem with Tina Ann. I'm Tina Ann, your hostess, and I wanted to talk a little bit about stress today. We all have stress, and some days can be just overwhelming. You've got so much to do, so little time. The thoughts you begin to build up. You're starting to worry about, I'm not going to get done, I'm not going to have enough time, or you're trying to get something done, and there's so many things going on. You're fielding phone calls and messaging, or a child, and all these things that have to get done at one time. So the good news is, I wanted to talk a little bit about what do you do when you're caught up in that moment where everything just seems to be coming at you, when you are just so overwhelmed that sometimes your brain almost stops working. It's almost like things lock up on us. And there's a really good reason for that. We get stressed, and as we get stressed, we start breathing really shallowly. And when we do that, what are we doing? We're robbing oxygen from our brain, and all of a sudden we're not processing clearly. And so we're at the very moment when we need all of our mental capacities, we have diminished capacity as the stress builds and builds and builds. And in the visual in my head, I say I have all this room for thinking power, but it's filling up with water. That's my stress. It's filling up and it's leaving the actual uh, processing space, the actual working part of my brain is being squeezed out and squeezed out. So I see this visual in my head, and I always want to do something about it. So I just wanted to talk about what you can do about this when you have this moment. And here is the best thing to know, that the single biggest stress reliever, the biggest tool in your toolkit, is something you do every day, all day, every day. We all do. What is it? It's breathe. We breathe. And like I said, when we get stressed, we don't realize it, but we start really shallowly. So in that moment, when you're feeling that stress and you're feeling overwhelmed, here's what you need to do. You need to stop. Recognize that feeling. Oh, yep, I'm getting overwhelmed right now. Remember, we're controlling the thoughts in our head. And then you breathe deeply. Breathe in so deeply, deeply, deeply that you feel the upper part of your lungs, the lower part of your lungs. You feel your stomach expand. You put your hands on your stomach, physically feel it expand as you breathe in. And then you're going to exhale all that breath out, all of it out until your chest collapses, your diaphragm collapses, your stomach collapses. Every breath you take is an opportunity to reset your mind. Because as you're breathing in, this is a 1-minute exercise or a 2-minute exercise that you take for yourself in the middle of the day when you start to feel overwhelmed. Now, I don't care if you have to go to the bathroom stall. Maybe you can do it at your desk. Maybe there's a private place at your house that you go to do it. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to breathe in. Again, breathing in fully, fully, fully. And as you breathe in, you're accepting all the gifts of the universe. Peace, calmness, strength, confidence, your attitude, your ability to get things done. You're breathing in all these positive ideas, and you're thinking that with each draw of the breath, I'm breathing in confidence, peacefulness, calmness, until I'm filled up. Then it's time to exhale. As you're exhaling, you're letting go of stress, anxiety, worry, difficulty, shallow breath. Just say it. Whatever it is you don't want. Every breath is an opportunity. Bring in the goodness and let go of the difficulties. And so it's a tiny little meditation. It's a tiny little 1 or 2-minute meditation that you have the power to totally reset your day, bring you back to the center. Every breath is a moment in time to reset, to center yourself, to bring in the goodness and exhale the stress. Hope that's helpful to you. Hope that little tidbit works for you today. Another episode today with Cafe Diem with Tina.